I need Vietnamese government documents to start my new job. I'm quite worried because my savings are almost gone. Is it expensive? Is getting official documents in Vietnam complicated? Does it take a long time? Let's find out together. Wow. I'll be there in about 50 meters. I finally arrived, but filming and photography are not allowed here. Oh my God, I've gone to the wrong police station. I should be going into the office building over there, about 30 meters away. This is the People's Committee office. If you live in Vietnam, this is where you'll come for many important government services, like residency documents and other local paperwork. Every commune or ward has one, and you'll notice that most of these buildings look quite similar no matter where you are in the country. After receiving instructions and taking a number, it was my turn. Honestly, I was surprised. I spent time organizing all of my paperwork because I was worried I'd miss something. But when I arrived, I realized I hardly needed any of it. As a Vietnamese citizen, I can simply use the VNeID app, Vietnam's official digital identity app. It lets me access many government services right from my phone. My digital ID, driver's license, and other linked records are all in one place, so I don't have to carry a folder full of documents anymore. Once my information was verified, I paid the service fee, about $2, and waited. What stood out to me wasn't just how quickly everything moved, but how patiently people were helped. If anyone looked confused or didn't know what to do, there was always someone there to guide them. There are plenty of rumors online about having to slip someone extra money or being treated badly when dealing with paperwork. But during my visit, I didn't experience anything like that. Everyone was professional, and I only paid the official fee. I thought I'd be here all morning. Instead, everything was finished in about 30 minutes. My residence confirmation was finally in my hands. It might seem like just another document, but to me, it represents a fresh start. It means I can finally begin my new job. One goal accomplished. Now it's time to put on my mask and head home. The sun is really strong today. As an Asian, I've always preferred fair skin, so I usually try to stay out of the sun. I've heard that in some European countries, many people actually prefer a healthy tan, while very fair skin isn't always considered as attractive. I'm not sure if that's true, though. It's just something I've heard. If you're from Europe or anywhere else in the world, I'd love to know. Is that true where you live? Let me know in the comments. By the time I got home, my back was completely soaked with sweat from the heat. This is a groom suit. My roommate washed it and hung it here to dry. She works with wedding outfits. And these yellow pajamas are mine. I've been wearing them for over 8 years, since I was 18. They're still soft, comfortable, and surprisingly durable, so I keep wearing them. Today, I'm combining breakfast and lunch to save money. I checked the refrigerator and there was no food left because I hadn't gone to the market for 2 days. Only 2 star fruit and 2 avocados. My meal is very simple. Hot rice, a ripe avocado, and a little fish sauce. Some of you might find it surprising that Vietnamese people sometimes eat rice with fruit. I really enjoy eating rice with avocado. The avocado is creamy, the rice is soft and fragrant, and the fish sauce adds a savory flavor. It may sound unusual, but to me, it's delicious and very filling. Wow, it's really delicious. It would be even better with seaweed. In a way, I don't think it's that different from sushi. Sushi also combines rice with avocado, seaweed, and fish. Every country has its own way of enjoying rice, and that's what makes food culture so interesting. If you ever visit Vietnam, I hope you'll give rice with avocado a try. You might end up liking it as much as I do. Oh, you can make this dish at home yourself. I forgot that there aren't any restaurants in Vietnam that sell it. So my breakfast combined with lunch was quite filling. I have 1 avocado left over, which I'll save for dessert. After lunch, I'm having a green ambarella for dessert. I like sour flavors, so I only peel off a very thin layer. If you prefer it sweeter, peel a little deeper until the green skin is completely gone. The white flesh inside tastes much sweeter and less sour. Do I look like a professional at peeling it? I actually learned this trick from a street fruit vendor. Vietnamese people have lots of clever little tricks like this in everyday life. In Vietnam, we usually eat ambarella with chili salt or shrimp salt. The crunchy, sour fruit mixed with salty, spicy seasoning creates a very unique flavor. It may sound unusual at first, but once you try it, it's hard to stop. A simple, nutritious meal with dessert is finished. Now I have to clean up and put everything back in its original state. If you want to work in Vietnam, you'll almost certainly need a bank account to receive your salary. But today, I have a problem. The bank is quite far from where I live. I don't own a motorbike, and I don't want to spend money just to travel there. So, can I do everything from home? Today, I'm gonna find out. The first thing I do is visit the bank's official website. What I'm most curious about is, can you open a bank card completely online in Vietnam? In recent years, cashless payments have grown rapidly in Vietnam. From small coffee shops and local stores to supermarkets, QR code payments have become very common. Many young people now carry very little cash when they go out. But with so many different cards available, which one should I choose? I'm not very familiar with banking, so I'm reading everything carefully. I'm deciding between a standard debit card and a Visa card. Each one serves different needs, so I want to understand them before applying. One thing I always pay attention to is the cost. I want to know whether there are issuance fees, annual fees, or any other charges. I heard voices. It was my roommate. My roommate has just come home from work. The room feels quieter today because her daughter is away on a summer school trip. This is the sound my roommate makes when he's looking at her phone. I can hear it clearly, too. She was lying down, relaxing, and scrolling through her phone, but I was the one who was scared. She was listening to ghost stories. I just received online support via the bank's customer service chat channel, but I have to go to the bank in person to get the card. Unfortunately for me, Meanwhile, I was worried about having to rent a motorbike and travel a considerable distance to the bank. I'm trying to save. Luckily, my roommate is delivering wedding dresses today, so she offered to give me a ride. I can't forget to apply sunscreen and change clothes. She showed me where to put her suitcase and trash on the way. Today is the garbage truck's day to collect trash in my area, which is always Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Okay.
Everyone gathers here to put their trash, tying it up neatly and placing it in bags or bins for easy collection by garbage trucks. These are 2 bags of wedding dresses that need to be delivered. I'll help her carry them to the car.
Để đâu? Đúng, đủ chưa? Mang ráng mang nước đi.
You have to wear your seatbelt or you'll get a $100 fine, which is too much for me.
Em ơi, gửi định vị chị với, giờ chị qua em ấy.
Dạ. Bây giờ em gửi cho chị nha.
We have received the customer's home location, and we should arrive in about 20 minutes. Are you curious about the rapid development of electric cars in Vietnam? I'll chat with you about electric cars after I finish delivering the goods.
Chị nếu mà nó chờ chị đợi thì giờ chị đi đằng này thì chỉ là đổi mẫu khác thôi. Nó động lắm, nó động lắm. Cái này là có váy cưới, là giao toàn bộ trước đúng rồi.
Xong rồi, hết rồi hả?
Áo dài cưới rồi. Mất công em phải xuống lấy. Đây luôn đó.
One task completed. Now go charge her car and get a bank card for me. If you could drive home a brand new car with only about $2,000 down, would you buy one? What's driving the rapid growth of electric cars in Vietnam? But what I was even more curious about was, is charging really that convenient? This is a public charging station. In recent years, charging stations have expanded rapidly across Vietnam, especially in cities and along major roads. Today, the battery is around 30%. It should take just over 30 minutes to reach almost full charge. This is the VinFast VF3, a compact electric car that has become very popular in Vietnam. Its price is around $10,000, depending on current promotions and policies. What attracts many buyers is the financing option. Many customers only need a down payment of around $2,000, then pay monthly through a bank or finance company. One reason electric vehicles are becoming more popular in Vietnam is that charging them is often cheaper than buying gasoline. At the same time, Vietnam has been introducing E10 gasoline, and I've seen some people online express concerns about it. If you ever visit Vietnam, you might want to try an electric taxi, such as Green SM. It will be considerably cheaper. As electric vehicles become more common, many people are discussing the advantages and disadvantages of electric vehicles compared to gasoline-powered cars. And our country is truly divided on social media regarding these two types of vehicles. Which would you choose? Let me know in the comments. We're here in Dalat, and this is HD Bank. Today, I'll show you what the banking experience is really like in Vietnam. Let's head inside.
Dạ em không. Hình như bây giờ mới bắt đầu làm hồ sơ.
There's one detail that always stands out to me whenever I enter a Vietnamese bank. The staff today are all wearing áo dài, Vietnam's traditional dress. Many banks, schools, and airlines still use it as a uniform, creating an atmosphere that feels both professional and distinctly Vietnamese. The staff calmly asked for the necessary information and guided me through the paperwork. Everything felt relaxed and well organized. I thought I'd be waiting for a long time, but reality was quite different. About 20 minutes later, my account was ready to use. I didn't have to move from counter to counter or deal with complicated procedures. What made me happiest was that I didn't have to pay any account opening fee under the package that suited my needs. It's 5 p.m., right in the middle of rush hour. The traffic is pretty heavy, and I'm standing here wondering, how am I supposed to cross the street? There aren't any traffic lights or pedestrian crossings. Is Vietnam's paperwork really complicated? My honest experience is no. Every country has its own way of doing things. Today, while applying for my residence confirmation and opening a bank account, I was pleasantly surprised by my experience. The staff guided me patiently, the information was clear and easy to find, and all the fees were transparent. I only paid the official charges. No one asked me to pay anything extra to speed up the process. Based on my experience, the process was straightforward and welcoming. If you ever visit or live in Vietnam, I hope you'll have a similarly positive experience. We are going to eat. She took me to a roadside eatery she recommended. They specialize in Vietnamese crab noodle soup, so let's give it a try. Look, there's only a small stall on the sidewalk, but there's a long line of customers. We were so hungry and couldn't wait, so we went to another place. This is Nguyen Ja Pho restaurant that we visited. I went there based on a review on TikTok, and it's our first time here. We hope it's delicious.
Rồi. Vô kia kêu à cô? Dạ.
Pho here costs around $2 to $3 a bowl. I also saw that this restaurant has a restaurant guru recommendation. To be honest, I don't know much about it, but it sounds pretty impressive. So my expectations are definitely a little higher now. The chicken is free range, so the meat is firmer and chewier than factory-raised chicken. Many Vietnamese prefer it because it has a richer, natural flavor. Pho noodles are made from rice. They're soft, with a gentle chewiness. As they soak up the broth, every bite becomes flavorful without feeling heavy. This is a local chicken pho restaurant in Dalat. It's simple, not fancy, but always busy. Just looking at the number of boiled chickens here, you can imagine how busy this restaurant is. Suddenly, it started pouring. We hurried back to the car as fast as we could.
Ồ, may quá.
She wouldn't let me pay for the ride. She even treated me to dinner, which cost about $4. I was honestly so grateful. She's also the one who recommended me for my new job. Without her, I might still be sitting at home waiting for another rejection email. The rain kept getting heavier. At that moment, all I could think was how lucky we were to be in an electric car. If I'd been riding my motorbike like usual, I would have been completely soaked. So I decided to treat her to a cup of Phang La milk tea as a small thank you. I used to drink it about 3 years ago, but I hadn't had a chance to come back since then. For me, it's definitely not cheap, but some acts of kindness deserve more than words. Today, this was my small way of saying thank you for everything she's done for me.
Vô.
A cup of milk tea here costs about $3. It's very fragrant and has a strong tea flavor. The tapioca pearls are chewy. It's the best milk tea I've ever had. I ordered a jasmine oolong milk tea with 70% sugar, and she wanted the same but with 100% sugar, making it a total of $6. I tied my hair back neatly because I noticed everyone here was dressed nicely and looked presentable, so I shouldn't be too sloppy. The aroma of tea combined with milk was wonderful. And here's my cup. 70% sugar makes the tea taste stronger. I might have trouble sleeping tonight, but as long as the milk tea is delicious, that's all that matters. Wow, it tastes just like it did 3 years ago. So delicious and perfectly suits my taste. Thankfully, she enjoyed the milk tea. It was my small way of saying thank you. As we sat there talking, she shared more about her life, her monthly expenses, the responsibilities she carries every day, and how rarely she gets time for herself. It reminded me that behind every smile, everyone has their own struggles. I used to think I had it really hard, that I was struggling more than most people. But today reminded me that everyone is carrying something you can't always see. Compared to many others, my life is actually much easier. Tonight was meaningful in so many ways. I didn't just enjoy a good cup of bubble tea. I walked away with a different perspective. As the rain got heavier, I saw an elderly man pushing his wheelchair up a steep hill. Nearby, some people were selling raincoats and umbrellas to make a living, while an elderly woman rode from one trash bin to another, collecting recyclable bottles and cans. At that moment, I realized something simple but important. Everyone is fighting their own battle. We just don't always see it. Today was a really meaningful day. I discovered so many things, met some wonderful people, and learned lessons I'll never forget. Thank you for coming along and spending the day with me. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.